Hi, welcome to an episode of Kpop Cancelled. My name is Angelina, and I have a guest today. We are going to be joined by my toxic Blink friend, Sherry, and I'm so excited. Even though my guest today has been a little bit of a diva this morning.
Of course, it's always me. Oh, I have an Australian thing that I can share with people. I don't know if this is an Aussie thing.
Okay.
Do you guys know what this is or no?
It's not live.
Do you know what this is?
I've never seen that in my life. What is it?
It's like a caramel chocolate koala.
Caramello koala from Cadbury. Is it good?
It's alright. Like, it's 80 cents. So what do you expect?
Oh.
80 cents in a Canadian dollar? Like, you can guess how much it is. Okay, let's start.
So, please introduce yourself.
Hello. I am Toxic Blink Sherry.
You're so formal.
Alright. Okay, so, hey guys. I am Toxic Blink Sherry, the famous person who keeps on making comments and is obsessed with Blackpink.
Yeah, that's very true.
Although I haven't bought the recent albums, but you know what? It's my support behind the scene that matters.
I agree. So, do you want to share the story about how we met? Because you actually used to be a hater of mine.
Yes, so I remember when I first saw your channel and I saw the Blackpink. I think it was about what was it about? Oh, you were comparing Blackpink to 21. I remember that. And I was like so pissed off and angry. I was like ready to fight you. And then I think eventually like I started going to your channel, and then I think it was a big comfort, and then that's how I got to know 21. Although I had this thought in my head that 21 actually is not that amazing, but
now any chance you get, if I say anything about Blackpink, you're like, well, actually, 21 have no talent. Because you want to... Yeah.
So yes, eventually, I realized that 21 is actually pretty cool. And then I think I started talking to you. Oh, I remember, when How You Like That was coming out, right? I remember how you posted a video. And then I was like, I was the Blink that was confused. Because I was like, should I like this song? Because everybody was hating on Teddy to the max. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone who was around could actually vouch for this. Like, everybody was like, fuck Teddy, fuck Blackpink. Anyways, and then I remember watching your channel, and you actually really, 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 really liked it. And I was so confused. I was like, so what should I do? And then the night when I fell asleep, I remember dreaming about Rosie singing How You Like That. And then I think that was when I started really, really liking you. And then I think you made a playlist of the songs, and one of the songs was a Bing, I don't know how to say it. Is it by a Bing, the Bing Bing, the song by
Oh, I don't remember. I made wasn't it a second gen playlist or something?
Yes, this one.
Don't play too much of it though, because we'll get a copyright claim.
Copyright claim? Okay, well, yeah, I'll just show you what this one.
Oh, okay, yeah, Orange Caramel.
And then I remember really, really liking it, and then I remember that's how when we started to talk and everything, and then at that time, ATEEZ released their new song, and then that's how we became really close.
Yeah, I have this thing where, if you have a friendship with someone, you should really remember the first comeback of one of your of a specific group. Did you see that there's lightning outside? So I hope nothing bad happens, but our comeback song is actually ATEEZ's Inception.
Yes, I love how you remember, and I remember us agreeing that the bloody outfits really sucked. The school uniform.
Yeah, we both can agree that we hate school uniforms and they're terrible.
Yes, we agree. And then I think that's when we got closer, and I think oh my god, is that my alarm? That's my study alarm that went off, but...
Well, thank you for ditching your studies to be on the podcast.
Thank you. I'm here to put a face to the name and...
Well, yeah, because everybody on the channel knows my toxic Blink friend Sherry. I always mention you. People are really confused why we're friends. They're like, why are you friends with someone who's so
What?
toxic? Do you remember the last time I featured you on my channel? It was through like a YouTube short, and
Yes, my pink women.
you were defending me, and everybody was really mad at you. They were like, it's literally not that deep. I posted the short in hopes that people would be on board with it, like think you were funny, but everyone, nobody understood your humor or lack of, I don't know if you were trying to be humorous, but
People just
should we
don't
play
understand.
yeah,
No,
should I play a
we should
little
not.
snippet of it? No, you don't want to bring it up again?
Actually, yeah. Oh my god. And then I remember the first time, like, I think, like, you mentioned me when you were doing your review about Treasure songs, about Sunset Glow, which, by the way, I still hate that Big Bang song with all my heart. And I was so offended. I was like, why would I be mentioned next to that terrible Big Bang song out of all their amazing songs? Like, I was chosen for this. It's terrible.
I remember once you said, I was trying to defend myself against people thinking that I hated a specific group. I don't remember which group it was. And I played a voice memo from you. And you're like, obviously, Angelina doesn't hate Twice. The only group you hate is Red Velvet.
Which is true. To this
Yeah.
day. Like, to this day, like, I don't think you actually hate Twice. Like, I don't think you hate any group, but I feel like it's always poor Red Velvet. Like, Red Velvet can release a masterpiece and, like, can copy exactly the same thing everybody else will be doing, and you'd be like, nah. Red Velvet could have released Rover, Mr. Rover, and you'd be like, this is trash. No.
No, because I really like Psycho. So that's the thing. I'm not biased like you.
True.
But I've been like Red Velvet has been growing on me a little bit recently. So I'm over my Red Velvet anti-arc for now. We'll see though.
No, wait till they have a comeback, and then wait till they do the same, like, SM bridge lip syncing, and then that's it. You'll be like, out.
To be fair, I haven't liked anything since Psycho, so like, there's that. What songs have you liked since Psycho?
I actually really liked Feel My Rhythm. I think so, but you know what? And, like, let me tell you that I actually really like their B-side Pose, and then other song like their I'm pretty sure they released something else. Oof.
Birthday?
This is not. No, I don't like Birthday. It's actually very trash. Oh shit.
Queen. Okay. I literally we did like a little test yesterday just to see how the audio would be. It's a little trash, but it's fine. But I was literally saying that I'm probably gonna have to edit the shit out of this podcast because you are just a hurricane. Like you're just everywhere. You don't know how to hold back.
But I think everybody agrees. Like, everybody said that, what's up with this song? Because Red Velvet, right, are in the stage of their career that they should not be releasing such childish, like, I don't even remember how the song goes. But yeah, I think, I think what has happened recently in K-pop is that New Jeans has completely changed around everything. So This is going to be very exciting generation for K-pop because I really like New Jeans sound, but I think a lot of groups are actually finding it hard to actually survive in this K-pop industry at the moment because of the New Jeans sound. I don't think ITZY did not do that well. Aespa is nowhere to be found, like always.
Yeah, I would say they're having some company issues a little bit.
I don't even know what's going on with SM. Does SM still exist?
Yeah, SM still exists. Hybe tried to buy SM or be the biggest shareholder, and then SM tried to fight that, and then now they don't own the biggest shares of SM anymore. But there was this whole thing that the CEO Isuman wanted to add lyrics about planting trees into Aespa's new song, and then it got delayed. You didn't hear about that?
Okay.
No. Okay. It was a whole thing. It became a whole meme about planting trees.
All I remember is that Aespa dropped Illusion and then they disappeared. Illusion is the song of the 2022. Now everybody Illusion is the B-side of 2022 because there's also Pink Venom and Shut Down. But Illusion, God, every time I listen to Illusion, I just go to Cloud 9.
This is good. This is good because when I uploaded that short, everyone thought you hated Aespa. Because you,
I don't.
because you, well, in your words, you did say Pink Venom outsold all your faves, including Aespa, who have all the same sound because of the same producer. Your words, not mine.
Yeah, but well, I actually don't believe it until I hear my own.
Well, we can watch the short if you want, but you did say like more or less all SM songs sound the same.
It does sound familiar because in that time, right? Like, you know, let's be real, right? People would have definitely guessed that this like the new song
Got the beat,
definitely by the same producer. Like everybody knew without even knowing the credit, because that's how much SM songs sound similar. But the thing about Illusion was that Illusion really just talked to me and really touched my heart. And I don't think Aespa will ever top like Illusion, or like I think Aespa, right? I don't really hate Aespa. I don't know where that came from. I actually really like Aespa, and like, you know, I like most of their B-sides. Like their B-sides are always on my like on repeat. Like Energy, I'll Make You Cry, Dreams Come True. I actually really listen to Forever, Girls. How am I an Aespa anti?
Well, it's just that's the thing. You were being very misunderstood in the short, and I think you said that all SM songs sound the same because people were saying that all YG songs sound the same. So you're just saying no, it's totally normal.
Which is normal. Like, you know, K-pop companies need to have that specific sound, because then you cannot distinguish. Like if I hear like, you know, a YG song, I can immediately be like, oh, this is released by YG. But if I hear the same thing from like SM, I could definitely say the same thing. But that's the issue with JYP. That's why JYP groups don't really last that long in the industry, because their sound is not there. Like it's constantly changing. Like, you know, the Twice is the biggest, like, you know, like evidence. Like, you know, their sound has changed so much that I don't even think like people know what's going on anymore. Like, you know, they went from like cute to mature to not mature back to like, you know, more like, again, cute, and then they went backwards. It's just like not like bouncing around and around. The same with ITZY, and that's the issue with JYP. Whereas with SM and YG, like you can immediately be like, oh, this is an SM song, oh, this is a YG song. Like, you know, I
was actually called a misogynist because I said Twice are directionless, and someone was like, you know, when boy groups change up their thing, it's not like a lack of direction, but you only say it's a lack of direction when it's girl groups. And I'm like, listen, Twice, ITZY, NMIX, they're all losing their direction. Like, what boy groups are changing up so much? I don't even listen to boy groups, so I'm not paying attention to them.
But that's the thing. Like, people said that GOT7 managed to not make it as big as they were supposed to because of the same issue. So it's not just a girl group thing. It's a boy group thing, like, as well. And then it's been happening a lot in JYP, like, with, like, Miss A and, like, a bunch of other groups beforehand. So I don't understand how this is a sexist issue. It's just JYP doesn't have a direction for their groups. When you come up with a group, you need to have a vision. And a vision that what this group is going to be and what they're going to bring to the market. But JYP does not have that. So Twice, NMIX, and ITZY are just like going like wherever, like, you know, what goes. Whereas New Jeans, right, immediately right off the bat, they had a vision that this is going to be their sound. And they stick with it. Like, you know, immediately when you hear a song, you're like, this is New Jeans.
And it's unique and beautiful, and it's an earworm, and we love New Jeans. Yeah,
we love New Jeans. Like,
and I should also say Sherry is very well versed in second gen groups as well. She's a certified second gen stan, so she knows more than me actually, and she literally became a K-pop stan in fucking 2019. So I trust what you say most of the time.
I miss Big Bang. Like, that's the saddest thing. The saddest thing is that Big Bang does not exist anymore. Like, obviously, I know that a lot of them have done really fucked up shit, and we're not going to get into that. But it's just the music and the artistry is what's missing in this generation of K-pop, because no group, right, like, in my opinion, was able to change K-pop as much as Big Bang. Like, now, BTS stans are gonna come for me.
Immediately cancelled. Immediately dragged to filth that you said that, but I agree.
But even BTS were there because of Big Bang. And like that's just how it worked, because Big Bang brought such a new, like, you know, I always wanted to tell this to K-poppies, that like Big Bang is the reason we have mini albums, we have light sticks, we have so much more going on. We have, like, you know, like series, like, you know, volume 1, volume 2, K-pop, like groups and everything. It was just G-Dragon's vision and, like, you know, the way he wanted it to be. So like at the end of the day, like I think Big Bang is the group that really changed K-pop. And
for sure. And a lot of idols will say that their inspiration is literally Big Bang. I don't think it's a controversial thing to say, but I ended up on Twitter being slammed as xenophobic for saying BTS didn't pave the way. So you never know how these things can go, but...
Yo, I have every BTS album up until Mod 7. I actually really liked BTS, and I still love them. And... But that's just a reality, babe. Like, you need to, like, be able to understand...
Cut to funky transition. I prepared a couple of things that we could talk about today.
Yeah.
So I went on Reddit. I just went and searched some Blackpink things because you're obviously my toxic Blink friend, Cherry. So I just took some of the titles. We don't have to read into it too much, but I just want to read to you some of the titles I found, some Blackpink hot takes.
But you know, this is very interesting because Reddit actually hates Blackpink. But yeah, go on.
Okay.
Reddit really hates Blackpink.
That's why I think it would be so good to get your perspective as someone who blindly supports Blackpink and would literally take a bullet for them.
I would take a bullet for them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'll read some of them to you, okay? So, Jisoo's solo was incredibly underwhelming. Uh-oh.
The thing about Jisoo is that I think she's really, like, amazing. Like, you know, I think she has a voice that I've never heard of in K-pop or just in general. Jisoo has a very unique voice and she has a lot to offer, like, you know, in Blackpink just as a whole. But her solo, in my opinion, was okay. Now, it wasn't something, like, you know, very extraordinary. And that's okay. Like, you know, it's okay to not have an extraordinary solo. Like, not a lot of groups, not a lot of K-pop artists actually in K-pop, like, you know, soloists have that. Like, the only two ones that I can think of on the top of my head, don't call me sexist, please, guys. It's Jimin and G-Dragon. And that's because, like, they had that vision, like, you know, they have, like, their own artistry. But regardless, I think Jisoo's solo was okay. It did what suits her best. Now, a lot of people were saying that sounds like something that was produced by Teddy, which was really interesting because I think when I looked at the credits, I saw Kush, and I think it was a very interesting thing because, like, Kush and Teddy used to work together a lot with 21, so maybe that's where the similarity of the sound is coming from. But,
yeah, for sure.
Like, I think that's why a lot of people are getting, like, you know, confused. But I think, like, the problem with Jisoo's solo was that it didn't really show her vocals to the full potential. Now, I think, like, just that goes back to, like, you know, Blackpink Songs, because Teddy is, like, you know, produces them. He knows the strength and weaknesses of each member, so he does it in a way that, you know, each member shines. So I think that's the only thing that I found a little bit, like, you know, like a little bit off about her solo, was that she wasn't actually sounding as best as she usually does.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not her fault. That's, in my opinion, so much more, like, you know, a lot of other different factors and everything. But that was my take on it. And the music video was a little bit confusing. Like, I don't understand. Was it supposed to be an advertisement for Dior or?
Well, like, yeah, probably. Like, yeah.
Like, that's another thing. But, and this B-side, in my opinion, was really weak. But there we go. Guys, I can actually be...
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised because of previous altercations we might have had in the past, you and I, about Blackpink.
Yeah. But
specifically On the Ground by Rosie.
On the Ground by Rosie. Like, honestly, I really, really like Rosie's solo, but I think, like, they didn't age well.
Okay.
Same with like Lisa's Lalisa, whereas to this day, Money still slaps. Like as soon as Money
Yes.
comes up, you're like, this is the song. Like, which makes sense. It has such a big impact on K-pop alone.
Yeah. But on that note, I want to hear your ranking of their solos from worst to best.
Worst would definitely, in my opinion, be actually, people will find this shocking. It's Lalisa.
Okay, but are you just considering individual songs or the solos as a whole? Like when you say Lalisa, do you mean the album or just the song? Like are you including Money in this? Okay.
Okay, so I'm including everything, like as a whole package.
Okay.
The whole package. If I'm including the whole thing as a package, number 1, Eyes Closed, Everything, solo by Jennie. And that, like, you know why? Because outfits, check. Song, check. Impact, check. Everything. Jennie's performance, check. She had it all. Like, you know, she was just, like, literally a shining solo star. Like, you know, everything. Like, the outfits were made for her. Then, like, also the impact that it had on charts as well. So that goes number 1. Number 2 will definitely, in my opinion, be, like if I was going to do Lalisa, and that's, like, considering her, like, you know,
you just
Money.
No, you just said it was last.
No, I'm considering the whole impact now. The whole
okay.
Like you know the concept that like I was ranking as an individual song, but now that I'm thinking about album and everything, right? It would definitely be Lalisa because again, performance check, Money was a hit, Money was amazing, Lalisa was also okay, and I think Lisa just had a lot of energy. Lisa had so much energy and. That really was so amazing to see. Like, you know, she could single-handedly, like, you know, captivate a whole audience. And then number 3 would definitely be, in my opinion, Underground. Gone. And that's because the whole, like, you know, we waited so long for her solo. We literally, you made so many prediction videos about it.
It was, yeah.
And also, like, the whole, like, you know, the concert, how she sang, like, you know, live, like, the Gone. Like, I still think Gone is so beautiful. And the whole album, like, you know, the way Rosie actually did it, in my opinion, Rosie did the best. Like,
yeah, very thoughtful. Like, in terms of,
like, very thoughtful, her letters, the way she designed it and everything. Number 4 would unfortunately be my Jisoo. Even though Jisoo, guys, is actually one of my... like, bias occurs. Like, you know, I actually really, really love Jisoo. But, yeah, it would be number 4 because MB was not it. Song was not showing her full potential. And the B-side was okay. B-side actually sounded very, like, jarring to me. Like, All Eyes on Me. She's suddenly like, All Eyes on Me. And I'm like, okay. Like...
Do you find it kind of is reminiscent of Ready for Love? Like the kind of retro
Oh my god, that's
feel?
What I was gonna say. And that's because, you know why? It's bloody the same person as, like, it's because Kush is on it. And this two, like, I think the combination of these two have brought us this. Like, I think, like, it's a reminiscent. I agree, actually. I actually really, really agree with this. But yeah, it was just... like, it's, I don't know what what they were trying to achieve for Jisoo.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just like they either release the solo and complete the 4 solos or get berated forever. Like they just had to do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's mean to say, but
whereas Jisoo herself has said that she's more of an actress and, like, you know, she already had her acting debut, so I don't understand why was it so necessary.
Yeah, and she originally joined YG to be an actress, didn't she?
Yeah, like, so, like, she already had, and also, like, what do you mean mistreated? How is Jisoo mistreated? Can I be as mistreated as Jisoo? Can someone please take me in and mistreat me like the way they mistreat? She's not even mismanaged anymore. That's the thing. Like, you know, no one in Blackpink, like, people are gonna realize that no one in Blackpink is mismanaged, is mistreated.
I agree.
I think YG, the way they handled Blackpink was amazing. And they're gonna sign the contract again. Because YG, does them well. So
yeah, I mean, I think they're literally the blueprint of how any K-pop idol would want to be treated, would want to be worked. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they don't have comebacks. Like they can take it so easy. Not that it's easy, but like, do you know what it's not, how do I say this without getting torn apart?
They're not overworked, like dying on the stage and fainting. Like, like most of the K-pop idols, they do their best, get money, and that's it. Like, make money move, and words of Lisa.
Twerking when I buy the things I like.
Like, when I hear that song, I'm like, God damn it, Lisa. You really... Like, it's such a... Like, I feel like it's such an iconic song now.
It is. It overshadowed La Lisa 1,000%. I don't even remember La Lisa most of the time. It's just a fleeting thought.
Money. Just a fleeting thought. And I think it was the fact that it was released alongside, like Squid Game, was
Squid Games, yeah, Squid Game.
Well, yeah, that's my thoughts on Flower.
Okay, perfect. So the next one is, Blackpink's concert performances are unacceptable from such an established group. I'm dying to hear your thoughts about this one.
The thing is, I feel like this is YG to blame, because YG has put them in the dungeon for so long that, like, they haven't been able to perform as much as they could have. But regardless, in my opinion, Blackpink as a whole still outshines and outperforms every K-pop group. Now, every K-pop group, right, is lip-syncing to the max now, which is the reality, and they're doing the dance moves perfectly. But when have you actually heard them sing live? Whereas most of the Blackpink's concert, like, oh my god, like, when I was watching it, right, the Pretty Savage, when Jennie is so, like, full-on angry and saying, like, with the bitches, like, and I was just like, oh my god, that's the energy. So, like, I think, like, at the end of the day, like, Blackpink... like, their first few shows were a hit, were a miss, but now they've improved, and I think they're doing so much better. And I think, like, if they continuously perform, they actually are the best group in terms of performance. They have Jennie, who's like, literally, if she wants to put her 100%, if she's not tired and unwell, she literally does everything with such an amazing way. And then we have Lisa, who by herself can actually out-sing and outshine every, like, idol, in my opinion.
Okay.
We have Rosie, who sounds like an angel. And then we also have Jisoo, who sounds like, like, she sounds good, like, But that's my opinion. What are you, like, why are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. I was just the way it, like, slowly went down, like, and Jisoo, she's good. Like, I'm sorry. It really cracks me up.
No, Jisoo sounds like the tracks, and when she wants to, like, she can do well. But I'm sorry, but we all know that Jisoo is the weakest performer, and that's okay, because we want Jisoo there. I hate you.
I'm literally shaking right now. I'm so scared.
Yo, I literally would die for Jisoo, okay? Don't comfort me.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Like, Jisoo sounds exactly like the tracks, and that's amazing. And that's, to her, like, no other group can do that, in my opinion. But yeah, like, don't comfort me. I love Kim Jisoo.
No, I think I'm just paranoid, because I see people, like, saying, like, oh, this person is the weakest performer in this group. And I'm like, oh my god, I could never say that. Like, I would literally get murdered. So I think I'm just paranoid. It's fine. I don't want to censor you. Say whatever you feel is right. I just know that we fought a lot about our rankings in Blackpink performances, like, stage presence. We fight a lot about what we think of their stage presence.
I think Lisa is definitely number one.
Yeah.
Lisa is definitely number one. Like, Lisa, she is able to deliver no matter what. Whereas Jennie, like, everybody knows this. Like, it's a common thing. Like, Jennie, if she's feeling it, she delivers more than Lisa.
If she... oh my god.
But if she's... if she's unwell, if she's not feeling well, like, if she's like unwell and sick, she just delivers 50%, and that's okay. Like, I guess like you're gonna get cancelled.
No, say what you have to say. It's fine.
Yo, look at my thing. It's Jennie, okay? Yo, I love Jennie. I actually will die for Jennie. I've talked about her at work, about how amazing she is, so don't come for me.
Okay.
And then it's Rosie, and then it's Jisoo. But that's
fair.
normal. Every group has its own amazing performers. Like, you cannot sit out here and tell me that SHINee, every member of that group is amazing.
Well, that's
not true.
Let's draw the line at SHINee. Let's draw the line at SHINee.
Even with 21, right? You cannot sit out here and tell me that, like, Bomb and Dar are on the same level as CL. Because CL was on another level. Like, it's just normal. Every group has its own best performance, weak performer, and, like, same with ITZY. Like, it's normal.
Yeah, definitely normal.
Now, what's your opinion? I know that you feel really strongly about their concert.
No, I don't think I feel really strongly about their concert. In fact, like, I saw just a couple fan cams. So I don't really know. Like, I've seen clips out of context of, like, them being out of sync or them looking like they don't really want to be there. But, like, I didn't pay to go to their concert to begin with. But then, if I did pay to go to their concert, like, I don't know that's something I would notice. Like, when I went to see ATEEZ, I was too busy, like, screaming and enjoying myself to, like, see if they're in sync, to see if they messed up, to see if they, like, I wouldn't have paid attention to that. But so I don't
That's a thing. Like, a lot of people who actually went to the concert, like, literally, most of them said that they really, really enjoyed it. And they were actually amazed by how amazing Blackpink is as a group. Now, like, the first few shows where, like, I saw it, they look like the How You Like That was a really clown moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. But if I did pay, like, had I been there, though, I think I might have been disappointed looking back on fan cams or something, like, or if I had noticed it myself, like, from the crowd. Just like Aespa's concert, like, I got canceled not too long ago for saying, like, oh my god, we're lip syncing at concerts now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at least you can hear Blackpink singing. Like, you can. I've actually seen them clips of, like, them properly singing. Like, you cannot sing and dance like a god at the same time.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten about the recent controversy about IVE? How, like, they were sitting down and lip syncing.
Oh, yeah. No, it's becoming terrible, to be honest. Like, when I made the Aespa video, people were like, well, why don't you have the same energy for ENHYPEN? I'm like, I've never seen an ENHYPEN concert, but then I went and looked at a fan cam and there was lip syncing too at their concert. And I'm like, what? And people are literally trying to tell me it's totally normal to lip sync at a concert. I'm like, since when? Like, they're gaslit. I'm feeling really gaslit right now because I've never heard that in my life, that it's normal to lip sync at a concert. But I guess this is what we're doing.
If you want to see the lip syncing and see the perfect dance moves, we could all watch just MC countdown or whatever, MBC countdown.
Yeah, M countdown.
SBS and shit. And that's what my whole argument with people giving shit for Blackpink is. Because at least, like, I'm like, you can hear them struggling and singing. They're not out here, like, just, like, they obviously use the pre-recorded vocals, don't get me wrong, but they're singing over it. Like, I can definitely hear Jennie and Lisa, so I don't understand where this is coming from. Like, I see clips of most of the K-pop groups, and they're all just lip-syncing, and I'm like, so why would I pay to go and see you if I know that you're just gonna lip-sync to the max? Like, I'm not out here calculating if you're in sync and how much percentage it is. You are 90% in sync.
I actually saw this clip of Jennie, and she was overdoing the choreography. And to me, it seemed like she was just trying to have fun. Like, she was doing it, like, really extra, and the rest of the members weren't. And people were like, oh, now she's overdoing it. Like, she's really not matching the other. Like, people were criticizing her for that. And I'm like, okay, she's obviously just trying to have fun at a concert. So, like, that's too much. Like, I can understand if they look like they don't want to be there, that sucks ass. But if she's, like, actually having fun and you're like, it's too much, that's That's overboard for me.
And that's like the slut shaming that happens. Like, honestly, like, poor, like, why can't men are out here, like, don't, like, they're hip thrusting the floor, taking off their clothes, they're doing everything they can, and then they know what they're doing. But when a woman, like, you know, when Jenny, like, just shakes, like, or Blackpink members just shake their, like, you know, ass or just show more skin, suddenly, slut shame, that's it. No respect. And then I've seen so many clips of people saying that they unstand Blackpink because of this behavior. Well, what behavior? They're grown women. Like, they're a grown woman. Like, you know, they're a grown woman. And it's not like YG is, like, putting a gun into their head and be like, you need to do this, or that's it. Like, you know, they are enjoying themselves. And, like, the same, like, males do that all the time. So why can't females do that? Like,
yeah, for sure. I definitely want to talk about double standards later because there's a few things you wanted to say. But I'll read the next hot take for you, okay? Most Blackpink songs were just originally meant for 21.
Now, this is going to sound really... Now, this is complete bullshit because now I tell you it's complete bullshit, right? Because none of the Blackpink songs, right? I mean, yes, some of them were, like, originally. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Playing with Fire was probably supposed to be 21's song.
As if it's your last.
The last as well. But the thing is, right, the way these songs were eventually, like, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, you know, given out, composed, or produced, is that they actually fit just Blackpink. Like, I can never, ever hear 21 out here saying that my love is on fire, or, like, you know, saying, like, you know, make a whistle,
I disagree.
like, you know.
But
that's where we're different, right? Like,
yeah.
I think it goes back to, like, you know, having the same producer. But I think when Teddy produces songs, he has, like, you know, he's said this multiple times himself as well. Like, you know, he produces for the group with the vision he has for them. Like, you know, 21's vision right off the bat with Pretty Boy, like, you know, how that was the first song they recorded. His vision for them was a badass group who was, like into, like, you know, like Pretty Boy, Fire, and everything. Like, you know, that was his vision for them. And then for Blackpink, I think the vision that he had was just, like, you know, girl crush, like badass girl crush. Like, you know, the one that you say Blackpink in your area and you're like, oh my god, like, you know. But that's my take on it.
I don't see the difference really, but
but that's because like I feel like maybe you're, like, a little bit biased towards, like,
I'm not.
Okay,
I swear I'm not.
We will put a poll vote, right? We will do this.
Not a poll, okay.
If anybody can imagine 21 singing "Make a Whistle Like a Missile," "Bomb Bomb," or "Pink Venom," like, can you imagine 21? 21, when you think of 21... No, when you think of 21, you think of a badass group. Like, you think of a badass, like, you know, group.
Okay,
whereas when you
maybe
think
not
of
Pink Venom.
No, but when you think of Blackpink, right, you think about a badass, high-end female group with girl crush.
Not the high end. I just know that you just hate 21, and I know it. I know that you hate
20.
You literally, anytime I say anything, I'll be like, yeah, I didn't really love this Blackpink performance. And you're like, well, Dada literally sucks.
Y'all, this is how much, oh my god, I'm not showing you my steps. That's what was happening. Y'all, this is the person who hates 21. Look at how many of their songs she has. And then this bitch probably has nothing.
That's so true, though. I literally don't have any 21 on my playlist.
No, don't trust her. And, like, I literally, the other day, I was walking and I was, like, listening to, like, you know, Go Away. And I was like, god damn it, 21 was an amazing group. And then, like, in the club, amazing. Ugly, amazing. Gotta Be You, like, it's literally what, like, orgasm would sound like, in my opinion. Like, Gotta Be You. So now my like, you know, unpopular opinion is that I don't think I Am the Best is actually a very good song. Now that's my, like,
it's iconic, but it's not the best.
Yeah, 21 has so much better songs to offer. And, like, yeah. So no, I do not hate 21, guys. I actually really love them. Now I do bring 21 just to piss her off.
Okay. I was waiting for that.
But in terms of like, concepts and everything, I'm pretty sure we can all agree, right? Like, 21, when you think of them, you're like, oh, the badass group that was not afraid to talk about, to sing about vulnerabilities, about being lonely, about being broken, about being hurt, about being left alone, and about
being
like,
ugly.
Exactly. But when you
don't
think
forget
of
about
Blackpink,
ugly.
Ugly, exactly, like about being ugly, about being like, an outcast, like, about like, wanting like, to be like someone's lover, even though like, they have a boyfriend, or like they have a girlfriend, sorry, or like, all of those things, like, they're B-sides.
Wait,
But
wait. What are you talking about? What song is that?
Oh, Good to You, man. Like, it's actually called Good to You.
I haven't heard. I saved that for a rainy day.
Yeah, like, like their album, like their like second album, right? It's full of songs that is just about like, like about being hurt, that like a guy is like, going out having fun when you're just out here like, like, liking them and loving them, waiting for them. But yeah, that's just 21 for you. But when you think of Blackpink, you think of a group that is like, badass, high end, like, very, very like, like powerful message, and that's about it. Like, you don't, like, obviously they do have wonderful songs, but they don't really show you other sides of them. And that's why I think when Blackpink and 21 are different.
Okay. Actually, this fits perfectly into the next one, because the next one is Blackpink songs don't really have any meaning, and that's okay.
But like, define, like, to me, right, when I listen to a Blackpink song, like, for instance, like, let's just say do 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 do, right? Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it has a lot of meaning, but meaning don't really, like, meanings are important, but it's just the vibe that you get. You listen to music to like, get a vibe, like, the vibe that you get, that you can rule the world, like, that's like, to me, worth, I guess, more than in saying that, these bitches, right, let me, like, have all of you actually read the lyrics for Hope Not and Stay? And like
okay,
Hope
Stay
Not
is pretty, is beautiful.
Hope Not is so sad.
Okay, but I haven't heard Hope Not. The amount of Blackpink songs I've saved for a rainy day.
But like, Hope Not, the English lyrics of it, like, I'll tell you, I'll quote some lines for you.
Okay.
I must be a fool who can't be helped. Even when the 4 seasons change, I don't. Even if they say there's no point in regretting, I'll keep thinking of you, as if nothing happened. I will smile if I see you. For you, I'm okay with being hurt, because when we were together, I only gave you scars. But you, the love you want, you need to meet someone better than me and be happy. But I hope not to the point where you forget me. Now, this, like, tell me, like, where you can get this meaningful shit. Bro, from BTS? BTS about, like... like, every group has their own, like, badass song and has their meaningful songs.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I used to love about YG, actually, was the meaningful lyrics. Haru by Big Bang, 21 Missing You. Like, I just used to love going through the lyrics and just feeling things.
Yeah, like, look at this. It's so beautiful. I can't fall asleep this night under the moonlight. No matter how much I wait, you won't come. Next to me is an empty space. I'm not a stranger to being alone anymore.
I mean, I don't personally feel connected to that, but...
Now, even Kill This Love, right?
Oh my God. This is how you know you became a Blink during Kill This Love era, because...
nobody likes it, I do. Like, look at me. Look at you. Who will be in more pain? You smart like who? You are if you cry tears of... Fucking hate you. No, listen to this.
Go on.
Listen to this.
Yeah, go on.
If you cry tears of blood from both eyes, so sorry, like who you are. What should I do? I can't stand being so weak. While I force myself to cover my eyes, I need to bring an end to this love. Yo,
I like
now,
the bleeding eyes part. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the bleeding eyes part. I didn't know that was part of the lyrics.
yo, this is why you should be more like me.
Oh, okay. Strive to be like Toxic Blink Sherry.
Yeah, so like, there is meaning in every song.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pink Venom.
Yes. Pink Venom is so...
Yes, that she doesn't have to explain more. It's just yes.
Bro, how smart is it that, we didn't know, right? Our generation did not know that it's a thing. But, like, how straight to your dumb, like, whoa,
Oh, okay.
It means that,
yeah.
That is a smart lyricism. Or the fact that it's shut down when it's, like, because, like, when we all listened to it, I think I was the one who told you.
So I don't know what you...
Like, let me find the lyrics.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. It's been a while.
When we pull up, it's a shutdown.
It's black and pink once the sun down. Like in Australia. Oh, I'm shitting you.
No, go ahead.
Aussie people, you can agree with me. When in Australia, when it's going, it's actually black and pink when the sun is going down. It's pink, then it goes black. And I have photos. Let me find you.
But no, they said it's black, then it's pink. So isn't it the opposite?
Look at Australia when the sun is going down, guys.
Send me the picture and I'll put it on the screen because I don't think we can see it that well.
Like, I'll send you the photo, but it's legit. Like, it's pink. But that's true. It's black and... Ooh.
So it doesn't make sense then? So where do we go from here then if it's the opposite?
Teddy got lost in America somehow.
Okay. Lost in Australia. He got confused.
Yo. I feel like, Teddy's lyricism is good. Y'all can come and hate me, but his songs, like the songs he's written, is actually really nice.
Weeda leaders. You ain't in the game. You just cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Genius, right? Do you know that song?
Of course I do.
Okay, because you didn't seem impressed at all.
No, that song actually has very smart lyricism. Let me think about it. Oh,
yeah.
Like G-Dragons, like, But yeah, like, I think Teddy is a really good songwriter. Like, when I think of, like, K-pop meaningful songs, most of the songs that I think, like, are meaningful was written by him, like, such as Lonely, Blue, co-written by him, because G-Dragon fans are gonna come for me. Co-written by him.
Do you know who wrote Missing You?
It's Teddy.
Okay, because I really think Missing You is related to Playing with Fire. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Missing You is related to Hope Now, but Missing You, oh my god, like, guys, let's be real, like, Playing with Fire is how life should be like. Like, when you see a guy, your first thought is gonna be like, no. Actually,
I agree.
I saw, like, like a TikTok the other day about someone being like, I cannot believe that Blackpink was right all along, and they just like started singing Playing with Fire, like, cause like I love that song, and like
my mom used to tell me every day that
playing with boys is My mom told me every day to always be careful of men, because love is like playing with fire. It can get you hurt. My mom might be right, because when I see you, my heart burns. Because instead of being scared, I'm more attracted to you. I can't stop this trembling. I want to throw away my everything into your world. Look at me. Look at me now. Look at how you're making me nervous. I can't stop it.
I love it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but do you remember the lyrics to Missing You?
Now we're going to search that one up, and we're going to...
I can tell you right off the top of my head, I don't want a love that is like a child playing with fire.
Oh my god. That is like, that's, guys, that currently explains my current situation.
Oh no.
Guys, when I told, like, Chat GP or whatever the AI
Yeah.
artificial intelligence about my situation, about my current situation, you know what it told me? It was like, you need to get therapy after this. Which is true. I do need therapy. Don't be so don't be so comfortable like that because we're still strangers. Don't rush me like a child because they haven't started yet. I don't like the youth's love like playing with fire. I'm just shaking a bit, but I'm okay. No, the truth is I still hate you. You who left me. My cold heart is still missing you. How can I smile brightly? If you look closely, I am sad. I know I've been there before. I don't like the calculated love of adults. I'm just tired, but I'm okay.
That line.
No, the truth is... Oh, God.
I don't like the calculative love of adults. I love that line.
Gosh, guys, how can you hate on this man? This man deserves love.
Everybody who hates Teddy, stop.
Yo, let's be real. Like, whoever gets to marry him, would have access to so much money.
Access to the dungeon, Sherry. We'd have all the unreleased songs.
Exactly.
That's worth more than money.
Oh my God, the love of my young days is ending like this. You have to be happy. Even if a long time passes by, we'll still remember each other. Those times when there was still us. Oh my fucking gosh.
You should like the song because you're ageist.
Yeah. I'm not ageist anymore. Remember after...
Oh, character development. I see.
Guys, my non-K-pop advice is to never ever say or hate anything in life because karma and God is gonna give it to you 20 times stronger, like with 20 age difference.
Should we give a little context of your situation? I mean, most of the world already knows. All of Australia pretty much already knows about this.
No, because like then what if one day he actually goes and sees this video and he...
Do you think he's gonna watch an episode of Kpop Cancelled? We don't have to say his name, but just so people aren't lost.
Well, guys, somehow I ended up...
I literally said it perfectly, and you keep adding details.
Okay.
You have a crush on someone old as hell.
Yeah, I have a crush on someone old as hell that might require incontinence pads very soon.
Stop.
And I hope the Holy Spirit can forgive me.
Oh my God.
Holy Spirit.
For further context, Sherry struggled with ageism for an idol would be like 25 and she's getting old. I need to stand someone younger and more youthful.
Guys,
are you crying?
No, guys, that's what happened when New Jeans came around. Because I was like, oh my God, I need to stand someone younger. Like, Le Seraphim and everything. I was like, and now, so guys, my advice for you is that never ever say things like this because universe will get back to you in a way, in an unimaginable way.
Beautifully said. Thank you for that advice. We don't stand ageism.
Love is like
It is. Adults' love is very calculative.
All right. Next question. I'm not crying. I'm just laughing.
Okay. There is no next question. But we can move on to the double standards. I know you wanted to talk about Jimin's Encore stage.
Oof, guys, I don't understand how people are defending Jimin. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, what happened? Like,
well, let's clarify what exactly happened. So basically, there was an encore stage for, was it like Crazy? I think was
so.
it like
is this song called Crazy?
Like Crazy, I think. And there was one version where he didn't really sound the best. And then there was an edited version where it was definitely smoothed out, and people are noticing that, of course. It was. Yes. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was an edited version of it.
Oh, then why did you want to talk about it?
I knew that I heard the original stage, and I was like,
oh,
I was like, what is this? But honestly, guys, like, you know, in saying this, like, you know, Jimin is probably crying because I know that he gets really, like, you know, no.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not laughing because I think he's crying. That statement was, the way you said it was just so funny to me. Like,
no, armies, we can all collectively agree, like, when he actually had a voice crack in one of the concerts, he was actually really upset and, like, you know, very, very, like, he was crying. So I'm pretty sure.
Was he really crying?
Yeah, he was literally crying. I'm not making jokes.
Like on stage or?
Okay, میرم پایین.
چرا اینجور سر من میاری؟
Mom woke up. Let's go downstairs, guys. Yeah, Jimin crying because of the voice crackdown. Let's see. If there's a video on it, I can be proven right.
Well, I'm not saying you're lying.
Yes, guys, look, it's the first video. Jimin cried and blamed himself for the mistakes. Guys, you see?
I didn't see anything.
No, it's literally the first video when you search up, like, Jimin crying over his voice crack.
Okay, so, anyways.
I'm pretty sure this situation is harder on him than...
Okay. So, what did you want to add to this conversation?
The thing that I wanted to add in this conversation is that it is not Jimin's fault. It is actually Stupid Big Hit's fault.
Okay.
Or I should correct myself and say Hype, because they did not train these, like, you know, train them properly, and they did not actually give BTS a chance to improve. But by constantly overworking them and, like, you know, when they hit the big, like, you know, international success and everything, BTS never had a time to, like, sit down and, like, you know, actually, like, improve. So I don't think it's their fault. It's definitely, in my opinion, the company's fault.
Okay.
The same thing can be said about Twice.
When they got backlash for their Encore stage as well.
It's JYP's fault. It's not Twice's fault or Momo's fault. It's the fact that these, like, you know, companies don't actually, like, give extra training or, like, you know, support their idols and will work them, so they never have the time to, like, actually properly, like, get better.
But I thought you wanted to talk about double standards. That's why.
Double standard. What about double? Oh,
you told me to put this in double standard.
Okay, well, the double standard is that, I think, like, if it was a female idol, which Momo did happen, like, you know, when Momo happened, like, it was such a big thing, and everybody was so angry. Everybody was, like, canceling Twice left and right. But with Jimin, it's just all like, oh, poor Jimin. Like, which I did the same thing, I think.
Yeah, you're literally guilty of the same exact thing.
But I think the double standard, right? If Jennie did that on the stage, poor Jennie probably would have had tomatoes thrown at her, or, like,
tomatoes.
She would have been booed off the stage.
Oh my god. Interesting. So I did want to say a little something about it because, you know, I've noticed some Encore stages where there's clearly a backup track, and I thought, you know, that's weird. Since when are there backup tracks in Encore stages, right? Like, it's supposed to be, like, perfectly live or whatever. And then now I know, because you can edit it after the fact and add a backup track so the idol doesn't sound so bad to kind of save their image. But I just think nothing is really authentic anymore in K-pop. We have lip syncing at concerts, basically adding backup track or smoothing vocals in Encore stages, which are supposed to be unedited for the most part, right? And I don't think it matters. Like, I don't know if Momo did this today in this day and age. I don't know if the backlash would be as great as it was back then, because I feel like fans, they don't care about it anymore. Like, when I said Aespa were lip syncing at their concert, everyone was just like, oh yeah, that's totally normal. Like, they just make up whatever they want.
I think like Momo's Blacklash was actually like even with like Jimin's as well. It's mostly the netizens that are very concerned. Like
Yeah.
so, yes, K-pop like K-pop fans don't actually really give a shit. That's true, but it's the netizens that are like, what the hell? Because like 5-6 years ago, you would have Big Bang like literally singing exactly like the song without any sort of like backup vocal. And now this is the standard that we have.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that K-pop fans don't really care. I think they're just so scared of their idols being viewed in a bad way that they'd rather like lie to themselves about what the standard actually is.
Yeah, like which I think like imperfection is really beautiful. Like Jimin's like as I said like Jimin and Momo. Like I don't think it's their fault. Like it's everybody makes mistakes, but it's the company's fault, and like that just shows that they are humans as well. Like just because of this doesn't mean that they are untalented. Like
Yeah. Well, sometimes in recording studios, for some songs, I was seeing this on TikTok, when they're recording a song, sometimes they use someone else's ghost vocals to even record a song. Like
I didn't know that.
Rihanna's This Is What You Came For or something. There's literally Taylor Swift vocals in the song.
Mm.
I have a question. What do you think Blackpink would be like if 21 didn't disband?
I actually think that it's a very interesting question because I think like I don't think Blackpink would have been as big as they are now
Really?
because because like what happened with YG, like with Big Bang and the groups that debuted next, right, was that none of them could ever match what Big Bang was because Big Bang was just such a big thing. And like YG, like Big Bang, like even when Winner and Icon like were doing well, they would have not done. They didn't do as well as Big Bang's made album. So I think like it's just something common in K-pop when the group that is doing really well is around, the group next to it they don't do well. Like if you notice in K-pop, like with Twice and ITZY was not able to match Twice's energy because Twice was
Okay.
doing really well. Or with Red Velvet and not Red Velvet, sorry, FX and Girls' Generation. FX was not able to do well because Girls' Generation was such a big thing. So I think that's just the team in K-pop. So I think if 21 was still around, I don't think Blackpink would have had the same, like the same hype and everything around them. I think the market would have been a little bit like people would have still like preferred 21 over. And number 3 is that I don't think Teddy would have actually stepped in to produce for Blackpink. So that's another factor. Like in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons that Blackpink was so successful was because like even in the articles that were coming up before Blackpink's debut was that everyone was like, oh my god, Teddy is producing for them. Like it was such a big thing. Like I don't think like if he wasn't around, Blackpink would have like I don't know, like if he was with 21, Blackpink would have had another producer, and that another producer I wouldn't know. I don't think because Blackpink, right, when you think about it, right, their name Black and Pink, Blackpink in your area, um Blackpink is the revolution. All their like the most famous music video, which is definitely do 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 do, produced by him. So all of these things were his idea. I don't know if like
Wait, do you mean he produced a music video?
he's actually the director of the music video.
Really?
He's the director of the music video of do 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 do.
No way.
Yeah, it is, guys. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. No, it's legit. Like
Okay.
it's legit. Let me go and find it. Let me just
Okay.
make sure that I'm giving you guys the right information so I don't get canceled.
Okay.
But he is the producer, I'm pretty sure.
So you don't think it could have been like a Red Velvet Aespa type thing? Where kind of Red Velvet slowly isn't doing as much as they used to and Aespa is kind of blowing up?
I don't think so, because I think like 21, if Teddy was around, Teddy would have like been with 21 more, and then someone else would have stepped in for Blackpink. But then again, that's like not really it's hard to determine because Blackpink also had a lot of hype because of Jennie. Like Jennie was such a known person.
Yeah.
Like people were excited, were like, like wanted to know this it girl, and she became the it girl, like, so I don't know, it's hard to say, but I think like definitely Blackpink wouldn't have been as big as they are now.
Sorry, I'm paying attention. I'm looking too for you to see.
Yeah, I'm like trying to see, did I make that up? Did I make that shit up? That he produced it? That he directed it, sorry.
Well, Do 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 was directed by So Hyun Sung.
Because like on the like, YouTube, when like you're watching the video.
When you're watching Do Do Do?
Yeah, I'm watching Do Do Do, guys. Like, there we go.
Oh.
I'm getting to the end of it. It literally says directed by.
Directed by Teddy and Gigant. That's so weird. On Wikipedia it says different, but
so like I think
go Teddy.
Yeah, like I think like at the end of the day, like his artistry and what he had for Blackpink in mind really played an important part in Blackpink becoming so big. Like, because even like when you were watching the documentary, he said that as soon as I saw the four of them together in that photo, he was like, I knew they were gonna be big. I knew they were going to be big, like, because like they just matched so well. So it's a hard thing to say, but that's my opinion, because he would have been more with 21, because he said like in 2014 when he was working with 21 that he wants to continue working with 21, and that actually somebody else was going to be Blackpink's producer. It was actually rumored that it's going to be G-Dragon, which is really interesting now that you think about it. So, and then when 21 dissolved, unfortunately, and the remaining were like, there was nothing to be found. That's when he he came in and he was like Black and Pink. And also, I don't think Blackpink was the original name as far as I remember.
Wasn't it Pink Punk? Pink Punk.
Yeah, I think so. I think Yang Hyun-suk had some weird ass shit. I hate that man, but yeah, he had some weird ass shit.
Okay, last question. You kind of touched on it at the beginning, but what do you think of people who compare Blackpink and 21?
Comparison is okay. Comparison is okay. And like for like, for like just in general, like when you're comparing two things, like, you're thinking about similarities and differences, right? Like that's just what the basis of primary school level. Like, when they ask you to compare this and that, you are thinking, they literally say you need to mention similarities and differences, right? It's not a bad thing. Two things can be compared, two things can be alike, but like I don't understand why people get so offended and so angry when. But
didn't you get offended and angry when I compared them?
But that's
or is it different?
It's a little bit different, I think, in the sense that like, comparison, like, saying that like, but like these two are very similar, but in my opinion 21 was still so much better, or like this and that. Like I think that's where the issue comes along, because they're two different groups.
I was trying to save Blackpink.
What do you mean? Blackpink doesn't need saving, bro. Blackpink doesn't need to.
Because their performances were getting stale, and I had to say something. Because they debuted with such fire.
But their Coachella was fire. Like, like... Now, like, comparing, like, I think, like, comparison is not a bad thing. Comparison is okay. And Blackpink and 21 are forever going to be compared together. But, like, as years have gone by, and now we're in 2023, which is really shocking. Like, I think now that when you look back at 21, you see a group that, like, actually was able to do so much in so little time. And, like, they, like, they made the path, like, for Blackpink. And when you look at Blackpink, you're always going to see a group that, like, also, like, they had so much to offer, but they were probably not given the amount of opportunities they should have. Like, when, like, it's a really sad thing, because I think 21, by the year that they were in the same year as Blackpink, they had so much more songs.
Yeah.
But Blackpink doesn't have that. But Blackpink will make a pathway for Babymonster, and Babymonster is definitely going to be compared to Blackpink. And Babymonster's it's just an ongoing thing. Like, it's always going to happen. But
you can't escape it.
you can't escape it. You just have to accept it. And as a stan of these groups, you have to appreciate the person who came before, love them for what they had to offer, and understand their importance of, like, you know, existence in your group. And then, like, I think that's what, like, it was really hard for me. Don't get me wrong, I used to fight with you a lot. I feel like, but now, like, you know, I'm like, but 21 was this. Like, you know, they were like this. And then, but they came, so Blackpink can come. And then it's going to be the same with Blackpink. Now, I'm very curious to see, like, if, like, Blackpink is going to dissolve like the way 21 did when Babymonster debuts. But I hope not.
What do you think the future of Blackpink looks like?
I think, like, Blackpink, like, I personally don't see them, like, you know, the thing about Blackpink, unfortunately, is that YG has given us so little that it's hard to make predictions. So every day being a YG stan, you just have to accept that there's a possibility that the next day you will wake up and boom,
gone.
Poof, it's just gone. But I think, like, when Babymonster is gonna debut, I feel like Blackpink are gonna have a lot of interactions with them. And I think, like, but I really hope that they don't make the same stupid ass comments, such as Blackpink is the pretty version of 21, which I think that's the most sexist thing that has anyone ever said. Guys, the other day, I'm telling you this, the other day a new pharmacy student was starting, right? And one of our pharmacists, which, by the way, shockingly, it's a female, was like, you need to start looking prettier because you have a competition. So, yeah, this sexist things, yeah, like, it still goes around, and it's very sad. But yeah, I just hope that they don't make the same stupid ass comments about Babymonster. But what really shocks me, I guess, is the fact that, like, Blackpink was, like, pretty much adults when they debuted. Like, you know,
yeah,
like, you know, like, Lisa was 18. That's the youngest. But this, I don't understand where K-pop is going with this younger people. Like, you know, these younger people, like, they are going to be under so much stress and so much mental health issues and, like, so much problems. And, like, you know, like, these like, they are female, right? They're probably going to have so much menstrual cycle issues as well. It's really concerning. So much nutritious problems, so much mental health issues. So I don't agree with this aspect of K-pop that is going to more, like, younger and younger. And
yeah,
you can definitely see it in IVE, how, like, I think one of my friends showed me a video of, like, her not being able to react something, like, because someone dropped something and then she wasn't helping them. Like, she wasn't able to maturely respond because the social interactions and those kind of things haven't taken place. And as a result, you're going to be in, like, you know, exposed to so much more hate. So I don't agree with that aspect of K-pop, and I really don't know why we're going this way. But that's the only thing about Babymonster that really puts me off, like, kind of from, like, you know, standing them. Because when you look at Blackpink, right, you see 4 grown women. Even when they were, like, you know, debuting, there were 4 grown women. That's something, like, I don't understand where YG is going from. And I think that's one of the reasons that I don't know if Babymonster would be as big as Blackpink.
Fair enough. That makes sense. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I had a blast, and I hope you can join us another time.
I will. So, guys, next time I will give you updates on my life and my
your crush.
My crush, how it ends up. Guys, comment below if you think it's normal for your crush to say that you are my slave.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Thank you for having me. I finally a face to this name. Toxic Blink Sherry.
This is Toxic Blink Sherry.
But guys, I've actually matured a lot. I'm not the same way as I used to be. I don't pick up fights anymore. I've grown a lot. I hope you can all learn from me. And, you know, when you
have some great life lessons to give. So if you'd like to come back on, we'll get you a microphone next time. And
I will literally tell you guys about 23 years of being in this planet and how much I've learned in this time being.
So thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Do you want me to put your Instagram, or do you want to stay more private?
Yeah, put my Instagram. I love meeting new people. Guys, if anyone is Australia and they want to date, let me know. P.S. The requirements are that you should not be named
Well, so much for keeping that private.
Yeah, no. Yeah, guys, if you are in Australia, Brisbane, and you want to date, let me know. I'm available. Oh wait, is this not a high maintenance girl thing? Should I not be doing this? You know, there's a new shit going on about high maintenance girls don't do this, high maintenance girls do that, high maintenance girl.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Do what you want. Exactly. Do what feels right.
And also, I'm not sponsored by Red Bull. Just letting you all know.
Did you hear New Jeans' new song?
Yes. Oh my god, I love it. It's genuinely
beautiful.
Love it.
But that chorus sucks.
I know, right? The chorus is what gets wait, what did it say?
Coca-Cola Mashita. Coca-Cola Mashita.
But y'all, you know what's, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful songs I've heard in a long time?
What?
'Cause I know what you like, boy. You're my chemical hype boy.
Maybe I didn't know they were saying chemical hype boy.
What did you think they were saying?
I don't know. You're my, no, it's you're my. Can't make a hype boy. I don't know. Can't make a hype boy. I don't know. I literally thought Lisa's Money was saying, I can be the drop some money. I have a lot of misheard lyrics. I need to make a video about it one day. It's an issue. Oh, do you know TXT's song Love? No, not TXT's Runaway. Run away, run away, run away with me. There's a part they go, 내 영혼이 되자. I thought they were saying, 내 영혼이 danger. I don't know. But pray for Sherry in the comments for for her crush. Or if you want to date her. I'll leave her Instagram. You can go check her out. She's really lovely. She's not as toxic anymore.
Yes, I'm not toxic anymore, and I'm very lovely, funny, outgoing, and very, 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 very for some reason I like to feed people. So if you want to get fat.
And you're also a ride or die. I have to put that there too.
Yeah, I'm also very ride and die. And honestly, guys, if if you want to, don't get into my blacklist, because if you do get on my blacklist, you will never get out of it. You are dead.
Okay. So I'll let you go. Good luck on your competition.
Oh my god, I did the first round today, guys. It was all right.
So good luck with that. Thank you so much for joining us. My camera's going to run out of memory. So we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me show you this. There's a...
What is that?
It's the lid of my pen. Somehow it's got it in my hair.
The lid of what?
My pen.
Oh. I heard pants. I'm like, is that some weird Australian thing?
No. Oh my god, I can tell you guys. No. Mate.
No.
Oh my god, I literally cannot speak Aussie, so don't expect any Aussie language from me. Oh.